Hi everyone, it's me, Sailor Venus, Mina here, and I'm going to talk about my LG Far Speaker, which TrackForce or TrackPhone, whatever you want to call the business, it no longer runs anymore. So, yesterday, the last time it ever could come on, it was at one bar. So, I shipped it off, thinking, well, when I get back home, I'll give the cell packet strength, which I do, and then it doesn't come on, even after I gave the cell pack the strength. So I think, well, need be it didn't get enough strength, so I do it again. Same thing. Third time, same thing. And I even put my hand down on whatever the thing that shifts it on doesn't come on. So I just say, well, forget it. I take the cell, I take the far speaker and its Y or whatever you want to call it. I just throw it out. Well, I didn't throw it out in a clutter can. I didn't throw it out in that way of throwing it out, but I got it out of my room and put it somewhere else. So if someone else wants to play around with it, they can. Now I know there's folks out there are seeking, they're going to be helpful, but at the end of the day, no, I don't want to say, folks are going to be helpful. So they're going to say things like, well, did you give it a 24 span cell or charge? They're going to say, did you give it a full charge? They're going to say you give it a full life or whatever. And the answer is going to be yes, because every time I would look at it, it would say cell pack fully done whenever it would say undo now. So, yeah. And some might say, well, did you clean out the charger, the thing, the life giver, whatever you want to call it? I don't know. I really don't know if that can get dirty or not. Which is, keep in mind that I've had this far speaker since 27 between YL. So that at least makes at least 1, 2, 3, close to being 4 years old. So about 4 years old. So I guess the lifespan for that LG far speaker would be about 4 years old. You know, yes, things do come undone. Things break. I know a lot of folks don't like to hear that. And I know a lot of folks say, well, things only stop working or things only break because you do something to them. Well, some folks do believe that. But if that was true, that things only stop working or become broken because you do something to them, then it would mean that if you didn't do anything to them, they would still be around. And I do have a lot of things that are still around. Well, yeah, almost everything in this room I have, tool-wise, is new in some way. Yeah, the Farseer is only like, what, going to be 1 year old? Not even a year old yet, because we didn't get to August. The Reckoner, at least, would be around, in my belief, would be about 1 year old. The only oldest thing I could say I have would be the film player. The film player, the film disc player. And I guess you could say the Comcast router, whatever you want to call it, the giver. I don't know. So, this whole thing about things only break and only come undone because you do something to them, that's not always true. Now, if you're someone who has a yesteryear of breaking things, then yeah, someone would say that to you every time some tool or something is broken and no longer works anymore. But at the end of the day, things stop working, things break, even if you didn't do nothing to them. So, yeah, I did everything that I could do to get it to work, to get it to run. All right. Now, someone might say, "Oh, it might be the strength of the lightworks in your room." Well, I have had that in that hole, whatever we want to call it, for a long time. And if it, and the thing is, if there has some, and if the lightworks in that chunk of the room is weak, then anytime I would have put it in, it wouldn't even worked. The funny thing is, the sale pack goes, "Oh, I'm fully live," or whatever the English word for it would be. I'm done, whatever, you know. But it behaves as if it's not done. So what do? Do I just shift it out and put it in another outlet? Would be the English word for it. Thinking that the top outlet has some kind of something wrong with it. I don't know. All I'm thinking to myself is that um, all I'm thinking to myself is that, yeah, need be that the need be either the cell pack is either no longer working right anymore, because keep in mind that that's got to be at least 1, 2, 3, 4 years old, like the phone, like the far speaker that it runs. So I don't know what to say. All I know is that someone's gonna. All I know is that they're not going to be happy to hear that a tool that should have lasted, in their mind, a lot longer only lasts for about 4 years. And I mean, sometime down the road, I don't know when, I'm probably going to have to get a new LG far speaker, whatever. Most likely one of those flip ones, because LG no longer makes the ones that aren't flipped anymore. So that's just me talking about my LG far speaker that I got in 27 between YL, finally died in 2021 YL. And no one can say it didn't have a long life. It did. 1, 2, 3, 4 years, I believe, for a wireless far speaker that's not wise at all. Just, and I think 4 years is a long lifespan for it. All right, that's my belief. So if any of you folks, I bet I know a lot of you folks out there, the same things probably happened to you. It's probably happened to you. So I'm not alone in it. So anyway, that's it. I'm Sailor, I'm Sailor Venus Mina, and I hope you like this film.